Oh my god. Hey guys, and welcome back to Ranger Reviews, and looky here. I just got the second wave of the Lightning Collection delivered in full, and I am very excited. I've yet to open up the boxes. I actually got this yesterday, and somehow I resisted the urge to open up the boxes until today. Crazy, I know. So I don't know what order we're gonna go in. We're just gonna kind of go in blind, but I will list the actual different toys and the timestamps down below. So in case you're just looking for a specific one, click on it and go. Box number 1. Who we got? Don't need that. Oh, he's pretty. He pretty though. This is the Magna Defender from Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Unfortunately, he doesn't come with any human head, which is really frustrating, I'll have to be honest. Not my favorite thing about this figure. So we'll just get rid of it. Oh, girl, we got some prints. They actually sent some prints. I think these are actually perforated to become cards. This is the entire second wave. This is a little preview of what else we'll be going through. Actually, they're not perforated, but there are cutting lines. I think it's cool. There's a little bio on the back with the logo of that season. So if you want to read about the Magna Defender, it says the original Magna Defender. By the way, this is spoilers for anyone who doesn't realize that we haven't gotten in Ranger Reviews to Lost Galaxy yet. So if you really have never heard anything about Lost Galaxy and would like to be surprised, cover your ears, I guess. The original Magna Defender saves Mike Corbett, a soldier. Oh, so they do call him a soldier of Terra Venture from a deadly fall before possessing Mike's body to aid his escape from the deep chasm. When the Magna Defender later sacrifices himself to save Terra Venture, Mike inherits the powers and joins his brother Leo's team of Lost Galaxy Rangers. So here's a question. Where's Mike's head at? I think that the official statement, and I could be paraphrasing here, from Hasbro was that they wanted to tell the Magna Defender's story in that one specific moment before he and Mike bonded or Mike took over for him. It's an action figure. There's not really like a moment in the story to tell unless the figure looks different from those different points in the story. Like if they had Korag before and after he was Leonbo, that I would kind of understand. One's purple, one's red. This is the same dude with a different helmet. Like, I personally am a little bummed out about it, and it's one of the first things that I'm actually really bummed out about with the Lightning Collection, because there's no other way that we're ever gonna get Mike Corbett's head for this figure. Like, it's just not gonna happen unless they just randomly sell his head alone, which they said that they're not gonna do, so I don't know. So let's open this bad boy up, because I'm very excited to see how they did his cape. I will say though, what's interesting is I cannot tell if his cape in this image is actually the cape that he has, or this is just vector art of his cape. Alrighty. Well, you can actually see his cape is actually coming out there in the back on its own, which is a nice way to package it without squishing anything. First of all, love the touch of having his actual second belt there, because he did have that in the show, but it makes me laugh a little bit because it kind of looks like he's one of those emo kids. Were you guys ever an emo kid like me? I didn't personally do this, but everyone had like one studded belt and then you'd have a second studded belt. That's what he kind of looks like. And to be honest, Magna Defender is like emo before emo was a thing. He's always brooding. You can see a lot of this gorgeous detail on the actual cape. I don't know how I feel about it. I guess it's better than it just being a static flat cape that's just fabric. It looks like Uncanny Valley, if that makes sense. It looks a little too real and it's kind of freaking me out. I mean, this is gorgeous though. This is hands down the best thing that they will ever do with the Magna Defender ever. We got one little grippy grip. We got another little smaller grippy grip. Nothing too special here. It's just to hold his weapon, which I can't remember the name of. So we have the one sheathed weapon. All I know is that it's a sword that also turns into a gun, which, speaking of the gun, there's also that form there. They also have their little laser effect. I believe this is to go on the tip of the gun to do that. Am I stupid? I might be stupid. I will also say they show, oh my God. Okay, I was about to complain saying they show on the back that he's holding his sword completely unsheathed, but for some reason you can't do it. And you totally can, it just comes right out. I don't think it comes out of the other one. That would make sense not to. No, it does not. Okay, so now we got him holding his sword. Sheath is actually attachable there to the second belt. This is a great figure. I mean, I really wish it came with the Mike head, But even without it, it's fantastic. And I cannot recommend this enough to anyone who loves Magna Defender or loves Lost Galaxy. This is hands down, as of right now, the best Lost Galaxy toy that's out there. Hands down. I mean, this is so cool looking. It is so well done. And I don't know. I'm not even a Lost Galaxy big fan, and I love this toy. It looks so good. It looks so good. I will also say the paint job on this is really good, and I think it's aided by the fact that he's mostly black, but like the gold is true gold. I love it. I love it. I will say that there is some paint application issues on my particular figure right here on the actual cape. It looks like some black got on there. I don't know if that's gonna be like a mass production thing. I doubt it. I think it's probably just the one that I got. So all right, we will pack up the Magna Defender and see what else we got. So this is Kimberly, the Pink Ranger. You might have heard of her. And let's read about Kimberly's bio. Fierce and independent, Kimberly Hart is a skilled gymnast who loves fashion, shopping, and her friends. When Zordon seeks out 5 teenagers with attitude to defend the world from Rita Repulsa, Kimberly answers the call, becoming the pterodactyl-powered, bow-wielding Pink Ranger. That actually makes Kimberly sound a lot more badass than she actually was at the beginning, but it's cool. We'll open her up and then we'll talk about the obvious. All right, so here's the actual figure. I don't know how I feel about this. It looks fine, I guess, if you look at it as a whole, but her chest is definitely a different hue of pink from other parts, as well as there's definitely some paint smudges on her helmet that I'm not happy about. The diamond is also very small and narrow on her chest, and I think this is because maybe they're basing it off of the American crappy suits that they had in the first season. I don't know, but it doesn't look great. The power bow actually looks pretty decent. This is a decent sized power bow here, especially in perspective with her. I mean, I don't know that her bow is actually that big, but works out. There's obviously also nodules here for you to be able to combine the weapons together eventually. We have her blade blaster, which is in blaster mode. Unfortunately, it looks like that's the only version of the blade blaster we got, so you can't really fit it into her holster properly. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is, I suppose. Not much you can do. She holds it pretty easily. That's cool. We got a couple other hands. One is just a closed fist and one is like a karate chop. We've got another lightning energy thing. This one's pink. I do like the fact that they changed the colors of these depending on the ranger and stuff, so that's kind of cool. Their idea here is that she's gonna use that as an actual arrow. You actually get an arrow for her to fire, which is not terrible, but it is a little piece of plastic. All right, now let's get to my biggest qualm with this one. Girl, that ain't Kimberly.
All that time and effort for nothing.
This is Kimberly, like the after the drugs photo, you know? So let's just rip off her head. Oh girl, how you doing? It looks a little bit better when it's actually on the suit, but I don't know. You can tell that the technology that they're using to actually do face scans are kind of hit or miss. I would say that the Tyler one for Dino Charge is pretty good. The Tommy one is okay. This one I think is a little rough. You can definitely tell what photo that they use and which one that they're going for this to actually be like a nice piece. I don't know why. It just makes Kimberly and Amy Jo Johnson look kind of fugly. I don't know, there's something off about it and I can't speak to it. But I will say, you know, we never got anything like this before, so I'm not gonna bitch and moan too much and say they're like, oh, it ruins the figure or anything like that. It's just a little weird. It's a little disappointing when you hear that there's gonna be human heads coming with them that should be looking like the actual actors themselves. And this looks like if you took Amy Jo Johnson and maybe dragged her behind your truck for a couple miles. Like, it looks weird. It looks weird to me. I will say the things I'm bummed about, besides the human head, is this little tiny blade blaster. That's not even like in the right mode to have in her holster. So let's rip her head off and get back on to the next one. All right, who's this? Who's this? All right. And here we have Beast Morpher Red Ranger. This is Devin Daniels, even though he spells it wrong. All right, so let's read his bio. Devin Daniels is a gamer and hacker who acts on instinct and always trusts his gut feelings. While Grid Battle Force HQ is under attack by Evox, Devin, who broke in to try the battle simulator, sets up to stop the evil virus. Using Morph X, his DNA is merged with the cheetah and he becomes the Red Ranger. Okay, but I've never seen him be a hacker. I was hoping that they would use the name Devin at some point in Power Rangers, and then they did use it, and it was a comedy character in Dino Thunder, which was a bit of a letdown, but it was there. Now they use it, but they spell it wrong. I want justice for all Devins everywhere when it comes to Power Rangers. There she blows. I like the fact that his vest is actually like not attached to the figure. It's a little bit mobile, which is nice. Mine in particular actually has like this weird black dot right next to the mouth. I'm starting to notice a pattern here. The amount of paint that's there is great, but sometimes they don't know how to just keep it in the spot that it should be in, it seems like. This one is a little bit cool and different because this is the first one that's not spandex that it's based off of. Well, unless you count Goldar and like Lord Zed, but those are a little bit different textures. This is like that weird pleather texture that they actually have for these suits. Look at this S-curve though. Wow. Got a couple of closed fists here. I guess if you just really want him to have tiny little closed fists, you can do that. He has his own little cheetah blaster, which I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. So, I don't know what the fuck this is. The other ones of these have made a little bit more sense. I don't know. Is this supposed to be his weapon materializing? I mean, they don't demonstrate a way that they use it on the box. This looks like his other weapon here, which I cannot remember the name of, converted into a gun, but it's materializing. So, what? Also, this is bad. This is the head for Devin that they did. It's better than Kimberly, but it's not fantastic. It's a lot closer to the actual actor's face, which I think is nice. But I don't know, you can kind of tell what they're doing is doing the hairstyle, doing the eyes, maybe the nose and the mouth that's actually scanned and everything else is kind of flat. And I think that's where we're getting this like so close, but not quite there. I think it's because you're missing some of the other key features of a human face outside of just eyes, nose, and mouth. I mean, you don't really realize that, like the way their cheekbones sit, the way that their eye sockets are, the way that the brow bone is, that really helps define and differentiate that person from other people. So if you're not really including those details, I think that all these heads are going to be, probably would think that this is going to be as good as it gets, to be honest. It's kind of weird that there's two Beast Morphers in one wave. I get it, it's the current season, but when everything's just kind of all over the place with the previous wave, I don't know. It's a little weird to me. Oh my god, his head is not easy to get on. We're just gonna just do that. Oh no! I think I got it. This looks really good. This looks really fantastic. For some reason, his head on this suit works really well, and it seems to work better than the Kimberly one on the Power Ranger suit for some reason. I like it. All right, so let's pack him up and let's discover our last toy. All right, time for the last toy. And it is Nate, the Gold Beast Morpher Ranger. He's actually our newest Ranger at this point. So let's read a little bit about Nate. Young genius Nate Silva became fascinated with merging animal DNA and AI as a child. Sounds like a serial killer. He was recruited by Grid Battle Force to develop the technology that would create the Power Rangers Beast Morphers. But when he is corrupted by Evox, Nate uses the technology on himself, merging his DNA with a mantis and becoming the Gold Ranger. That's not a mantis! Alright. Oh, it looks so good. Guys, come on. That looks so good. There are definitely some spots where there's just random black, like there's a random black dot right here, right around there. Again, Hasbro really showing me that they don't know how to apply paint properly without it splattering, but that's fine, I suppose. I have to deal with it. We got one of these little guys. I suppose cool, I guess. I don't know. Again, you guys know I'm not crazy about these things. We got two hands. One of them is a fist, which that seems to be their go-to. Always have a closed fist. And the other one is interesting. So this is actually like this, which is from Magi Ranger, which is because they shared the same actor in Japan. I don't know. I can't remember how often Beatbuster did this in Go Busters, but I think it's a nice little addition here. I don't mind it. I kind of questioned the reason for the decision, but I don't mind it. We have a random Caucasian man. That does not look like the guy who plays Nate, like, at all to me. Maybe if they kept his glasses on, it would be a little bit closer in my eyes. But even then, I don't know. It looks like, I guess, the guy who plays Nate if he were 10 to 15 years older. Again, I think this is something that you're going to see a lot in a lot of these Lightning Collection figures moving forward, is that they're just taking the eyes, nose, and mouth and pasting it onto a head that kind of is a little bit similar to the hairstyle and stuff that they have in the show, but that's it. It almost looks more like Jason, the original Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, to me than Nate. Let's see what he looks like with Nate's head on the actual figure. Yeah, that looks about right. That actually looks really good. That looks very specific to how he actually does look in the show when he's helmetless. This figure is actually really good though. I really enjoy this. I still say out of these four though, Magna Defender, hands down my favorite. And again, I think it's because there was so much little like to mess up on with the paint job that it just kind of worked out. But I really like it. I think this is my next favorite because I don't know, it looks good. It just looks nice. The gold is really nice. I wish we had gotten this gold on Goldar. This is a really nice tint of gold, and the way that it's actually metallic looks great. I really like this gold. I don't know, maybe it was cheaper because there are so many black bits to like even it up a little bit, but I really like the gold. After him, I would say I like Devin, the red Beast Morpher, one third, and then Kimberly's dead last. And there you have it. Those are the four Lightning Collection figures that are in the second wave. I think that it is an interesting wave. I'm really curious as to what the decision-making process is for which figure that they're gonna make, because I couldn't tell you who is in that boardroom who is like, we need Magna Defender. Although guys, it's gonna be really funny when we get a Justin figure and he has his little kid head. That's gonna be really good. So I have seen the rumors or the listings that are alleged for Wave 3 of the Lightning Collection. So if you're curious, here they are. So we have Jason, Mighty Morphin Red, which is interesting since we do have that exclusive that just came out with Zeo Gold as well as the Armored Red. So I'm interested to see if they just reuse one of the heads for that. Gold Dino Charge with Ivan, which I think will be really good as long as they make it like the gold Beast Morpher. Like the same kind of paint job and stuff, it'll look really cool. Blue Beast Morpher with Ravi, which is a little disappointing because I would rather kind of see Zoe come into the fold here. We do need a little bit more female representation. And then Lord Dragon. I have my own thoughts on Lord Dragon. If you guys want to hear about him, let me know in the comments. Not a fan of them using this valuable space in a wave for Lightning Collection for adult collectors and using someone from the comic books and not an actual character from the show personally. There's also the rumor that's in there, and I haven't seen anything that confirms it, but apparently Mighty Morphin Yellow will be in there. I have not seen a listing for it. It was just kind of tagged on, and I don't know why they would do a wave that is 5 figures and when they've only done waves of 4 so far. But who knows? Maybe Mighty Morphin Yellow will be in there. I think that will be curious to see if they put a Trini and an Aisha, or just a Trini, which is what I'm expecting. So if they do that, I would say either we're gonna have to get ninja suit figures somewhere down the line to get Aisha's head, or we're just never gonna get Aisha's head because even Saban and Hasbro has totally forgotten that Aisha was ever the Yellow Ranger. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I put out new videos every Tuesday and Thursday, as well as random videos like this. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we go through episode by episode of Power Rangers. We are currently on the end of Turbo. Now, I do know that there are some episodes that are totally missing from season 1, season 2, and season 3. There might be some missing from ZO2. I am working on a solution for this. Long story short, copyright claims since before Hasbro even bought the place. And I have done my best to get the videos back and released to everyone, monetized or not. I don't care if they're monetized, just want to get them out to everyone. And that worked for a little bit, but now they're being taken down worldwide, some of them. So I'm working on a solution. I will let you guys know with an announcement video as soon as I can get everything up. That being said, hopefully you guys can still expect the continuation of the Lightning figure collection reviews from me. I'm hoping to be a completionist here with the Lightning collection. Don't tell anyone who knows about my finances. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.